Hello, I'm Crystal. It's 18 minutes past 8 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, the 27th of April 2018. That is a view of Lansdowne Courts opposite it, car park, which is in Chatham, Kent in the United Kingdom. I'm a 49-year-old lady with chronic pain. So I've struggled to get up this morning. When I lie down on my back, I've woken up with a sore throat and a sore neck. As you can see, it's raining. There's people walking with umbrellas across the car park. We have a Sports Direct umbrella there. Sometimes we have Dunlops. That one is a Sports Direct, and you could say it's got poor dye in it, as a pun. Anyway, I'm going to sit down now because I don't feel too good. Yesterday I went up to my parents at Durrell Gardens. My mum Jennifer answered the door. My dad was unwell in bed. We sat down, chatted. I had sausage roll for dinner, and a sandwich and a yogurt and lots of cups of tea, and I got out and had a chat. I walked up there extremely out of breath, but I did make it to the top because I took my walking stick. And I'm not joking.
You're gonna let this spiritual musician show up with a 250-year-old grudge and convince you that you're a bad guy. It was war, Duncan.
I have a walking stick. Basically, sometimes if I feel out of breath and I feel I'm going to keel over, it helps me stand up on my feet. Mum gave me a box of Special K cereal to take home and some apple and raspberry J2O, and that will keep me going for the rest of the week. I popped up to McColl's on the way, and as you can see, my receipt says 26th of March 10:23. I was in McColl's, Chatham in Luton Road. What did I buy in there? Well, I bought a lemon cake, a packet of chocolate digestives, some Weetabix on the go chocolate, energy, fibre, protein, breakfast drink, because sometimes I don't even eat breakfast. I talked to my dad about the blood test results, and we looked up on the computer. I'm not the only one that doesn't get blood test results. The doctors are not obliged to give you the test results anyway. So let's put my mind at ease, but I feel faint and dizzy, like when I stand up, and when I'm in bed I feel faint, but that might be something to do with the female menopause. So we're back to square one. I got home yesterday. My mum rang me up to check I got home safely in the taxi that Dad paid for. And my dad Derek paid for me to get in a taxi, because when I used to walk home I used to get pushed about by men and women walking three abreast in the pavement. I would smell drugs on the way home, so Dad wanted me to have a taxi to get home safely, because sometimes it's dark, you see, and Mum pre-ordered the taxi for 5 o'clock because it was a Monday and taxis can be quite expensive, and if you're given just the exact fare, it's not nice to have to get out the taxi in the middle of half the journey and walk with heavy bags. I put my walking stick in the back of the taxi cab. The driver did not open the door for me. He did not put my bags in or offer to put them in the back trunk. He didn't help me out with my bags or stick when I got out of the taxi, which is fair enough. I did give him a small tip because he avoided the traffic in Luton Road and drove another way round. But I am not treated like a female, I'm not treated like a human being, I'm treated like a fella. And I'm not. I'm not as strong as I've had to be to cope with all these horrible things that happen to me every day. When my mum rang, there was a number blocking my mum ringing, and that's happened several times. And men are saying they've got 8-inch. What am I doing tonight? How long haven't I had sex? And winding me up. I mean, I don't think a woman worries about the size of anything as long as a man is nice and kind and treats her like a lady and doesn't slap her about. But why would it bother me if someone had an 8-inch one or a 2-inch one? I mean, it's bloody ridiculous, and it's going on still. So I'm going to look up this beach house today. My dad said it's a sexual and rape referral service. A sexual abuse and rape referral service, so I've got to do that. So I'm still getting odd phone calls. I'm not being moved out of here, although I'm trying the hell as best I can to get out of here. But unless you're rich and you can't do anything, you can't beat the system. So here I am, battling on. And it's raining today and it's cold, and I'm on my own. And first thing this morning at gone 6 a.m. in the morning, I get a text saying, hello sweetheart, did you have a good sleep? Well, you're not going to have a good sleep if some idiot is going to keep texting you in the early hours of the morning, are you? And that's... So it came from a man that I met on Twoo, calling himself Luli. Now last time Luli texted me and he sent me a picture, whether it was of himself I don't know. I went into Chatham Library and a man that looked like Luli and another man were sat together and 2 women were opposite them. And they were all laughing and happy together, and I was stuck on my own, and I really did feel lovely. And that's what gets done to me every day. Are you still looking for a man? Then I get a fake picture sent to me of someone. It could be quite good looking, or it could be horrendously ugly. And then the voice appears in the library, or the face, and the laugh that they've used on the phone call, and it winds you up. And if they think, I don't need a man that desperately, I mean, if a man comes my way, he comes my way. If he doesn't, I'm not bothered. I'm an independent woman. I'm looking after myself, even though I have got chronic pain and at times difficulty breathing. And well, I came back from my parents, spent the rest of the night in my flat by myself, but at least I was safe. I am now going to try and occupy my day carrying this burden of chronic pain around with me. I've ordered a kettle off of eBay. I'm expecting that to arrive within the next few days because I keep coming back from my flat and finding my kettle's leaking, and this will be the 4th kettle I've bought. And Mum said when I came back to my flat, and my cat's okay, and they were, because sometimes I've come back and they've been sick. And is my fish okay, because I've come back, And on one occasion I found eight of my goldfish all floating dead on the top. Or on one occasion I came back and my bathroom light pool was broken and my light bulbs blew. And on one occasion I plugged my phone into the socket and the plug blew up. So am I okay? Well, it depends on having to come home with rubber gloves and to not touch electric sockets with your hands, to make sure that your pets are alive, and to make sure that you're just careful who you talk to and who you let in the flat, because you can't even trust people outside that you meet on the street. And that I know is my experience from Gloucester. But I never expected things that happened in Gloucester to start happening down here. I thought I was going to get a fresh start and that would all stop. And it is not.